Hi, I'm Eric, and this is my story.
The last Wednesday of this month will be 1 year since I haven't worked. I got very disgruntled. My drinking got worse. Eventually, I lost my job, my apartment, my furnishing, my clothes. Pretty much what I had on my back is what I left with. That would have been right about August, right after my birthday. That was about a 3 months to 3.5 month journey. It took me about maybe two weeks before I found the little doorway that I was sleeping in. For the most part, I was walking up and down Lorraine Avenue 24/7. Very little sleep, no food. A friend of mine told me about the Catholic Center, so I'd go down there every day that I could walk down to West 32nd. Then I heard about Walk of Faith. I would come there every Saturday. Well, this one particular morning I got up and I knew that something was pulling at me to go a certain direction. I just didn't know what. So I would have to say it was a silly thing because I wasn't even sure what I was doing. I looked up and I said, I know you want me. I said, I need proof. I said, you know, all I want is $1 for a good cup of coffee. I hadn't had a good, strong cup of coffee in a long time. And I said, I know I could ask for $1 million, but I'm not being greedy. I just want a good cup of coffee. And then I went on down to the Catholic Center. I ate breakfast, ate lunch, come back, walked past the Rapid Bridge on West 65th there. A guy on a bike passed me, and I don't know why I laughed, but when I walked on the other side, right by the telephone pole, by the basketball court, by the rec center, there was $1. And it was kind of funny because I didn't think of it at the time. I had it all folded up, something like this. I stuck it in my pocket. When I got up to West 98th, first thought in my head was I can get a beer. Then when I got up to West 98th, all of a sudden I took that $1 out and I looked at it, and my hands started to shake. Tears started coming down, and I started remembering what I said. I looked up and I said, I'm yours. I'll do your will, not mine. And I walked. It had to look kind of funny because I'm walking with $1 like this, and the people must have thought I was talking to the $1 because I was crying and repenting my sins and begging for forgiveness. And little did I know, just that little bit what I did was going to open up a huge floodgate. For like 2 weeks, I was praying to God, asking for a heavy quilt or a blanket or a sleeping bag. And it was like almost, I say either a week or 2 weeks away from Christmas. Crawled in my little hole in the wall, as I called it. I'm laying there trying to go to sleep, and I hear someone call my name, and they said, here's a big heavy quilt for you, and they gave me a bottle of juice to drink. Well, I sat up, and I started crying. I looked up. I covered myself. That was the warmest I think I felt in at least a couple of weeks. So I covered back up, and all of a sudden I hear somebody walking towards the doorway, no more than maybe 3 seconds. I hear this rustling of the bag, and I wait till they leave. I get up, they're sitting next to me in Christmas wrap. There's a sleeping bag. Now I am just beside myself. Tears started coming down, and I looked up and I said, I only wanted one. I wasn't being greedy, I just wanted one. Well, that was just like the icing on the cake. The very next night, I get in my little sleep bag, throw the heavy blanket, I was ready for a good night's sleep. I got somebody tugging on my foot and telling me they got an apartment for me. And I just didn't know what to do or say. Simply just telling God I believe, opened up a whole new door. Like I said, I had been coming to Walk of Faith for quite a while. And things started changing. I used to come early just to hear the sermons. Sermons used to make me feel real good inside. I used to sit there and smile. And it was just simply the real short, the church simply adopted me. Things started to happen. I injured my eye. Well, it was due to progression of age. I had detached retina. I also had a hernia that was 15 years old that I didn't do anything about. Due to my drinking and just a lack of caring about myself. It's been one heck of a ride. It's nothing I expected, like I tell you, but I just came in here for a free meal, just to get some food in my stomach. I've totally turned my life over to God. I had eye surgery. I had, the doctor says within 6 months, I'll be able to read the top line on the eye chart with my left eye, which is what was surgically repaired. Then the hernia that I neglected for 15 years almost killed me. The doctor said if I wouldn't have got in, by the grace of God, I got through the initial exam, a surgery date, because if I would have waited longer, I would have been dead. It's been totally a miracle. I'm still in awe most of the time. I found treatment for my alcoholism. I got 6 months sobriety. I shouldn't say God gave me 6 months of sobriety. Without God, I couldn't do it. Without God, nothing would happen. I wouldn't be sitting here testifying to what God can do if you just believe. And that's a big thing. It took me a long time to believe in God. I never really had a relationship. I cursed him a half a dozen times. I praised the other guy. I don't really like saying his name. But it's just been, my life is 100% better. I'm a lot more healthier. I got a picture here of what I used to look like. It's been one heck of a transformation. Yeah, I called this home for almost 3 months. I also called it my little hole in the wall, because basically that's what it is. I mean, it's a doorway, but it's not a bad memory. I mean, it kept me out of the rain and the snow. It's not a place I want to come back to. I use it as a reminder that I want to go forward and not backwards. I don't ever want to have to come back and live in this doorway ever again. And by the grace of God, I don't have to. You'd have to picture it with a backpack and 2 big black garbage bags I kept my blankets in. My backpack was my pillow, and 2 black garbage bags I had all my blankets and stuff in. I would have to get up about 5 in the morning so I could walk out of here and not too many people notice. I used to say a little prayer for God to watch my stuff so nobody stole it, did anything to it. I found my backpack rifled in a few times. Somebody poured a glass of water on my blankets. I went without blankets for a couple nights until they dried. But I felt pretty safe and secure in here. People hardly didn't see me, especially at night. If you'd ever see it at night, you couldn't tell if there was anybody in here or not. And I always had dark clothing on. And I didn't move much once I got in here. So the only time somebody see me is from that alley over there when they pull out and their headlights shine on me. This van pulled out one night, hit their high beams, and then they drove off. 5 minutes later, they brought me back food from the Chinese restaurant over there, chicken soup and crackers and something to drink. That happened on pretty much of a regular basis. At the time, I didn't attribute it to the grace of God. I just was thankful they were doing that. There was a lot of things that happened that I didn't, before I had my belief in God and Christ, that was happening. People were handing me money $20 at a time. Shamefully though, I'd have to say that I mostly spend it on alcohol. But I mean, there was still God trying to reach me to come back to His flock. I do community work here from 9. Well, I get here like 8:15, and from like 9 to 10, I serve breakfast for a bunch of guys who was in the same situation I'm in. God's given me the good grace to give back. I help here on the food bank, clothing bank, teen center, and I want more. I want to see where this journey is going to take me. It's you know, I truly love God. God is everything to me now. He saved my life. He made all things possible, and all I had to do is say, I believe. I'm yours. And the miracles kept coming, and they're still coming till today. I enjoy everything I do. I'm sober. I can remember the things I do. And it's just, I just want to keep giving back. And I don't know, I really don't have much more words to say than that. It's been a blessing, and God bless.